Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Bad Psychics podcast. I don't know what number we're on. I don't want to know.
This is episode
Number. Yeah. So we are here to review the Premier League of Darts.
Yeah.
We are idiots and whatever else he says. Um. So how much Premier League of Darts have you watched? Well, I think I know Mal's answer.
Absolutely zero.
Sean?
To be honest.
Not as much as I would have wanted to.
There we go. This is going to be a great episode because I've watched none. I only vaguely know what happened.
I know what happened. I know it was a very fun. I know it was a very fun finals night. I missed a lot of it because I tend to work Thursday nights because yay. But I did watch a lot of the highlights.
Cool. Well, you're very much the expert on this then because
Yes.
I
I
don't know
wouldn't
how
go
much
as far
Mal
as
watched.
expert.
Yes, we very much do not have any excuse for not watching because we're normally here on a Thursday. I guess we're doing podcasts sometimes.
No, I do podcast on Thursdays. It's generally what happens. Like
No,
in that whole period of the Premier League, that's like almost half the days were podcast recording days because Thursday is normally pretty good. But the rest of the time, no excuse. All right, so I think we can just jump right into it because yeah. So spreadsheet in a whole, podcast in a whole, whatever you want to call it. All right, so here was our part 1 predictions. So I'm just gonna go through what the standings were, like one by one, and slowly give up points that way. So with your first prediction, you both said Bunting because you had no faith, and I said Clayton, which was a dreadful
yes.
prediction.
At the time,
At the time, it was
wasn't
great.
a horrendous prediction. Man just decided he was going to start playing darts again.
Sure did. So, I mean, do you want to speak about Bunting, Sean?
Yeah, he did a lot better than I expected. He picked up a couple of nightly wins, as well. And I don't think I think maybe last year, and I think what we based our prediction of him coming last on was he did awfully last year, but I might have been coming off of the back of was his first year in it for a while last year. But yeah, so maybe he's just had that year to get used to to that Premier League stage and the travelling that's required with it, and yeah, he played all right. I think he ended up 5th, didn't he? So, or 6th, was it?
5th.
My bit, yeah. So, yeah, he did all right.
Yeah. So I'll just explain how the points work. It's you get 4 if you're correct, -1 for how many places you're off. So, for example, I'll just quickly show the points for this one. Okay, so with the points for that, you all get a single point because you were 3 places off.
Okay.
So you get a point because you were right that he didn't qualify, but you didn't get any more than that because you were still off. Yeah, I'll. So our next, so our 7th places. We got 2 MVGs, which was a good prediction because he could finish 6th, and then we got another bad Clayton. Mal, do you wanna talk about MVG?
Yeah, I don't think he did as bad as I thought he was. I think I was quite from my predictions in the episode, I was quite down on MVG, thinking he would. I think he might either not win a night or only win one night. But he seems to have picked up a bit of form, especially since the start of this year. I mean, he's won the most recent World Series, for example, and he's been doing okay in the past month or so. I was kind of expecting to just have a big fall off after like how he performed towards the end of last year, but he's seems to have gotten a bit better. Obviously, not up to his old days, but I don't think he'll ever get back there. Outside of one or two good nights. But yeah, he did alright. He got to 4 finals out of the 16 nights, which isn't too bad. Grand scheme of things, the quarter finals he got to. But yeah, he was very much in the pack of people who scored 18 points. I think he just lost out to Bunting by a couple leg difference. Yes, he did.
He lost out to Bunting. I think it's ordered on nightly wins if they're tied on
As
points.
old nightly wins. Okay, so it
Because,
goes nightly
yeah.
wins then leg
Yeah,
difference. Okay.
yeah, because we had 3 people tied on 18 points. So,
3 people tied
okay.
on 18 points. Bunting won 2 nights. Van Veen didn't win any. MVG won
Okay.
1, which is why they're ordered like that, I believe.
Okay, that makes sense.
Leg difference could also be it because the leg difference also is ordered in the exact same way.
It is ordered.
But I'm 99% certain it's nightly wins.
It does say Wikipedia it is nights one, so you are right, Sean. I should
Yeah.
I should listen to you, Mr. Expert, on all things darts.
okay, so with that, me and Mao get 3 points each, whereas Sean has 0 from that.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is
Is it 3 points?
yeah, because we were 1 off.
Oh, 1 off. Okay, good. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, 1 off, so it's -1.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's 4 points if you got it bang on.
And then
or
again, it
1
goes
point
down.
more.
Down.
Yeah,
Okay.
down
That makes
every time you're like a position away from it. It was, I
Okay.
think, what there was.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sure was. So our 6th places were I had Bunting, Mao had Rock, and Sean had Price. So obviously Price finished 4th in the end. We can
He
probably
did.
talk about him when we get to the top 4. But Josh Rock, Mao.
Yeah, he had a bit of a stinker this time round. First start, I guess, as Sean mentioned, the first time being in the Premier League, I guess you have a bit of a sort of things to get used to. I don't think he's been like in general. I think his form has suffered a bit since the start of the year. I think he may have won a Players' Championship. I want to say since the start of this year, or Euro Tour. I can't remember which one. But he's kind of been a bit on a bit of a sort of middling run of form. And yeah, he just never really got going.
He didn't even make a nightly final in this.
No, 4 semis.
Had 4 semis. He just never got going. He also had the least amount of legs won against the throw, which I did in the tournament, which definitely didn't help him and help his cause.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times you need a breaker throw, especially in leg play. You can win a set play game without breaking a person anytime. But you in leg play you always need a breaker throw. 22 legs won against the throw in what is that, like nearly 200 legs of darts is not ideal.
For sure, yeah. But yeah, I think I've seen Simmons saying he wouldn't go through, but I don't think he struggled as much as he did, based upon how I thought it was going to go, at least.
Yeah. Whereas the other 2 of us were very high on Josh Rock in the Premier League, so we were a bit wrong, as you'll slowly find out.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so points.
Some more than others.
I mean, yeah, true. Very, very true. So our 6th place points, I get 3 for my Bunting call because I'm only 1 off, and Mao gets 2 for being 2 off on Josh Rock, and Sean gets 0
because I predicted him to go out. Yay!
It's okay. For my 5th, I had Price, so I was also wrong there. Mao had Clayton, so he was also wrong.
Yep.
And Sean gets points here because MVG. Do you have anything
Yes.
last to say about MVG that we haven't said?
I think he's obviously. I mean, I could have got it bang on if he'd have won one of those one of those 3 nights he lost in the final. But yeah, he's not been too bad, and I don't think he played horrendous darts throughout. There was spells where he played he played well. But you know, did he win the first? Was it the first night he won in this? I think he won night one.
Yeah.
So, like,
And that was the only win he got.
yeah, it's hard. It's very hard with MVG at the moment to know what MVG is turning up, because if he turns up, he's still arguably the best player in the world, but just not seeing that as much anymore.
Yeah. So with that, I'll reveal the 5th place points, which 0-0, and then Sean gets 3 because he's one off because MVG finished 6th. So that means overall none of us got any of the non-qualifiers completely spot on. We're all a point off at best, which isn't too bad, to be honest. I still think we did quite well. Mal predicted 3 of the non-qualifiers, whereas me and Sean predicted 2 of them. But me and Mal have equal points from like that little section, just because I got 2 only 1 place off. So
You got 2 spots.
Yeah.
Spot on.
So now the top 4, me and Sean had identical top 4s, and then so obviously the top 4 was Littler, Clayton, Humphries, Price. And then me and Sean had Humphries and Littler in whatever order. And then Mal had Littler, Van Veen, Humphries, Price.
Yep.
So Mal got 1 extra there.
Yay.
So who haven't we talked about? I mean, we'll get a chance to talk about 2 of them. So Go and Price. Who wants to talk about Reform Man?
Sure, I'll talk about Reform and see if I had him in the top 4. I think I can't remember saying it was very much a toss up between him and Clayton going through for me, but they both went through. Price had been on. He's always one of those people who's always on like reasonably good form when he actually turns up to things, which in most recent times he hasn't really. He even didn't turn up to the pool thing he signed up for on the same day as the Premier League. Was it one of the Premier League nights that he sent time for a pool thing and he didn't turn up for because he had to, because like he skipped out a load of tournaments recently. I don't know whether it's an injury or whether he just can't be bothered.
Yeah, it's a weird one that he's doing the tournaments he's been skipping as well.
Yeah, like obviously you could skip a lot of Players' Championships. I mean, say Luke Littler for example, but he's been skipping like actual reasonably sized tournaments as well. He managed to turn it for the World Series, I guess. Good for him. I assume it pays better. Yeah. But yeah, he's I think since he sort of carried on the bit of form he had at the end of last year into this, and got a couple of night wins, runners up a couple of times. Was more consistent in getting 2 semi-finals than I think as most others, I would say. So yeah, he was
He had more
all in all,
nightly
decent
wins
performance.
than Humphries.
Yeah, that's true.
Price, and I think he was rather unlucky against Littler in a way, going forward. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Yeah, I think with that as well, most of these players now are at the point where they can just sort of pick and choose what events they want to turn up to. Which fair enough. If when you've done it, like when you're doing it like they can, you can basically go, yeah, I'll go here, I'll go here, I'll go here. And I've got no issue with that. The one I wanted to talk about was Van Veen.
Sure.
Because out of the 2 debutants, he obviously did a lot better than Josh Rock did. but yeah, because he had the four runners up, he didn't quite get over the line at all. But 18 points for his first showing, and to finish seventh just on night wins, I think is not a bad first time around. I think he will be back in it next year. If he can keep his form up in the majors. Because he is the Dutch number one at the moment. So, and I think he's world number 3 now.
He is. Yes.
So yeah, he will be if he keeps up, because he's not got a lot of prize money to defend either. I don't think. I think a lot of the prize money that he's got that's put him to number 3 was come from the year just gone. So he's not defending a lot in terms of the rankings. He'll be back again next year. Josh Rock, I don't think will be.
Yep, for sure. I mean, just to point out that more than half his prize money for Van Veen was from becoming runners-up in the World Championship last year. So I get the feeling he'll be safe in like at least his top 5 if he can do reasonably well.
Well, if he's top 5, if he's 5th in the world, he is not at that. He's at that cut-off point then, isn't he? You need to be the top 4. I think he'll still be I think he'll still be 3rd in the world come the end of the year.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I predicted him to. I guess we'll go on to it, but yeah, based on I did predict him to go through. I think he's again. It's sort of another one is a bit of a wobble in form. Maybe it's again Premier League sort of schedule, just having too much travelling, too many games of darts against high level people.
It's such a weird time for all the scheduling, because you've got all the World Series, you've got the Players Championships, and you've got the Premier League all in with if you're doing all of them, you're doing the World Series on the weekend, you're doing your Premier League on the Thursday, and you're doing your Players Championship on the Friday. So there's 5 days in a row, 4 or 5 days in a row you're playing darts.
Yeah.
And
I think
and all the travelling.
Van Veen turned to a lot of the Euro tours, so he's been going back and forth quite a bit. So that's probably not helped him either. I think he's been doing a lot more than the others. Which is again sort of his decision, I guess.
Yeah. You've gotten there, but it's one of those where if you're in that position, especially if his form's not been great, where his form's not been as good in the Premier League, go into a few of the other events to try and get a bit of form. Not a horrendous idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Okay, so we'll do the top 4 points right now. So
how did we organize this for points in terms of when we put it on the sheet? We put it from 1st down to 4th, didn't we?
It's no order. So you get 5 for each one you get correct. So me and Sean get 10 overall, whereas Mao gets 15 from the top 4. And then we've just predicted the runner-up and the winner. So runner-up wise, obviously the final was
Littler
Humphreys. And there was only one person that got that correct. Exactly correct, and obviously it was myself.
Because you went for the boring answers.
I went for the boring answers, and it worked. I was right.
It did work.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying they were the boring answers.
Oh, it was, 100%. But there's a reason I picked the boring answers, because they're right. It couldn't be right. So, Mao, do you want to talk about Luke Humphreys?
Yeah, I think he didn't have the best group stage. I think he had a slowish start, from what I remember. And there was a sort of a vague risk of him sort of actually dropping out entirely, but he picked up a bit towards the end enough to get him into 3rd position, just ahead of Gezi Price. And then the 2 semi-finals, as we will talk about, were incredibly close. I would not be surprised if Clayton could have won it.
He should have won it.
Yeah, I think, as you say, he should have won it from Vettel, I remember, which would be nice. But he very much shows how he's the one of the few who can push Littler to his absolute limit in long form games. Because he was just only just about lost in that last leg term as well. So I guess it was a bit of a long and windy road to get there in comparison to what we thought it would be. He thought it'd just be a very easy second place finish, really. But yeah,
he very much took the scenic route to get there.
Yes.
I mean, we almost didn't have we almost had an all Welsh final.
That would be nice.
It really wouldn't have. Littler and Price. I mean, when Littler went 9-4 up, I turn it off. To go, I turned it off and went for a quick drinks break. I look around and it's 9-9 and go into a decider. And then but Clayton should have won his. I think he got distracted by the crowd, because the crowd were very much, as most darts crowds are, especially in because a lot of the major finals are done in and around London. Like a lot of the English crowds, they're gonna back the English player, which is their right, I suppose. But he was being more distracted by the fact that the crowd were booing and whistling rather than knocking that out. Should have asked Gerwin Price for his ear defenders.
Should have done. Yeah.
But yeah, he played brilliantly, Clayton. But this is the thing with the two Lukes. They just don't know. They just know how to find a way to win games they shouldn't.
Yeah. And as I think we might as well touch upon Littler as well, seeing as he won. Littler's got that sort of thing where you can stop from first gear mode for a good the first few legs, and then if he's not in a position where he's winning easily, he just switches on, just does a 11 darter and a 5-11 darters in a row and just wins. Yeah, it's a quite an amazing thing to have. It's just sort of almost like a autopilot mode for darts.
He's very much a player that loses at short format games more than longer format games. The longer that a game goes on, the more likely you think Luke Littler's going to win the game of darts, just because I don't know if it's whether it's just him being consistent or whether other players just seem to gas themselves out. But yeah, he's very, very good. But you need to get ahead of. You need to get to a point where you can't let him back in before you can feel safe.
Yeah.
I think a few people are starting to have realized that you can still be 5 legs ahead in a game and not win it. And
Definitely.
that's not a position that's a great position for him. It's not a great position for the rest of the field.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, are we done talking about Littler? Because I can wrap this section up if we are.
Yeah, I mean, I guess one thing is just not really that Littler, it's just about the format itself. I think, obviously, the finals, Littler Humphreys, they did play each other, I think, on about half the nights otherwise. Not all the times in the final either. I think they also played each other in the last 4 nights before the finals, or 5 nights. So it's 5 nights because it was in the first round, the previous one. 6, sorry, I am blind. Just going through. So yeah, it's a bit of a. It's just kind of the problem with the format again. We're talking about it. It's kind of you're gonna get a lot of repeat matches.
Yeah.
And.
But that's the idea, isn't it? It's to the idea of the format is to get the best players in the world playing each other on a more consistent basis. I don't know, how you it's a difficult one on how you build that. I do like the way the nights flow as well, with it being shorter matches rather like first to 6. Because the old format with the league table, I just never really got into it. I do think this format is better than the old format. I do think there are nuances of this format that could be improved. But as a product, it's sellable and a lot more marketable than the old format. So unless there's something that you can change to make that change to make the format a better format, you're not going to get much of a difference than this format.
Yeah, I do wonder though, seeing as darts is as popular as it is, whether you could just do any format and it would sell out. People
Possibly.
like it, but it's kind of gotten to the almost WWE levels of, well, not now, but WWE levels when it was like at its peak, most recent peak, where you could just kind of do any old show and it would sell a lot of tickets. I think it's more turning into, I don't like to use the word, the experience rather than actual darts itself. I think you could feasibly chuck a. You could go back to the league format and probably have more nights as well, and they could sell it out. But I guess it's very much whether they'll take the plunge or not, because I guess there's no reason to change a format that makes them a absolute shit ton of money.
No, I mean when you have you also have BetMGM bankroll in it as well at the moment, so like it's not really it's not a broken format. It's one of those, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, it just makes you a bit sick of seeing let alone Humphries play each other all the time. It's
So boring.
I enjoy from just a purely darts point of view. I enjoy them watching them play against each other on a consistent basis because of the quality of the darts that's on show.
Yeah, I think it kind of falls into the almost a Super League sort of argument where you'll just get where people just get a bit bored of the good teams facing each other, even if it's like even if you like have like two of the best teams in the world, if you play each other multiple times a year, you kind of lose the spark of what makes it the two best teams in the world facing each other, and it just becomes another Thursday.
But the Premier League is formatted to kind of balance that out and avoid that from happening too much. But if the other players aren't going to beat them, they're going to keep playing each other. It's the statute you then want to put out is, this is the level, go find it, sort of thing. You can see that these two are doing it. As you're saying, with like they're the two of the best teams in the world. You go and combat it. If they're playing really aggressively, you find something that counteracts them. You can still make it entertaining once you do it, but there are ways in which you can slow them down.
Yeah, I'm just having a look through some of the other partnerships as well. You might be right, because just had a look because the flags are easy noticeable. Clayton and Price, I think they only play each other twice, the entire thing. So for some matchups it does work. They can keep them apart.
Because they play, the way it's set, it's that they play each other. So there's 16 nights. So 14 of the nights they will play one of the different people. So because you've got 7 people, and then the other 2 nights are then your positions that you start off with, and then the brackets. I don't know how they flow the brackets through, but the brackets then flow through. And it's it's a different bracket each night. So if you're in the top half of the bracket, and it's the way you walk on. So match 1 in, match 2 are your first semi-final, and then match 3 and 4 are your second semi-final. So if Littler and Humphries are always say match 1 and 2, they're always going to end up in that position anyway. I can't remember how they choose which games go on first to format the bracket, but I know that's how it feeds down and through. So they won't play each other a lot there, but if they're obviously both getting if they get into the latter stages of the tournaments consistently, you're gonna obviously see them play each other more times than not.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll just show the points now. Boop. So yeah, I get 10 points for getting Humphries right. Everyone gets 10 points for getting Littler as the winner, because that was the very easy prediction. And then total for this section, I'm on 36, Mal's on 31, and Sean's on 24. But it is very much still to play for. But let's go. I'm winning.
It's not looking good, bruv.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'll immediately jump into the miscellaneous category. So the first section we got is the total amount of 180s through all of the nights. So scoring wise here is 5 points if correct, 3 points for the closest if no one's correct, and 1 point for the second closest. So I calculated it. There was no, I couldn't see a number, so I had to add them all, and I got 699,
Nice.
which. So I think if correct, I was gonna allow it for like a 1%, but none of us are near enough. So that meant that 3 points to Sean because he was the closest, and 1 point to Mal because he was the second closest. So
Yeah.
there you go. And then the most 180s was simply who was going to get the most 180s, and unsurprisingly, it was Littler who got 121 180s, which is like, I think if I remember correctly, I think I've got it here 180s. The second best was Luke Humphreys on 98. So
Yes.
yeah, he did smash him a bit. So yeah, we all said Littler because it's a smart thing, so we all get 5 points with that. So I'll just quickly show that. Everyone gets 5 points there. And then we move on to the amount of big fishes. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I kept struggling to find an exact number, but I'm pretty sure it's 9.
I can have a look.
Yeah.
It's
It
it's
should
a
pop up.
Highest checkout 137161.
Yeah, it should pop up as the highest checkout on the individual
Yeah.
nights. And,
So there's 2 nights of it. 4, 5. Wait, so 2 nights. So Johnny Clayton Price, Littler twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 in the league phase.
it doesn't seem like there are any in the finals. from what
No,
Wikipedia's saying.
it's 8 or 9. It's one of the two. I knew it was close to that.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was 9. I can just double check.
Yeah, I think I've got 8 as well.
I'm counting 8.
I think okay. So there was in fact 8 big fishes. So I'm pretty sure 6 of them were Luke Littler.
Yes.
But there were 8, so that means Sean missed
No.
out by 1.
5 of them were Littler.
Okay.
1 was MVG. 1 was Clayton. 1 was Price.
Okay. Well, still Littler had most of them. And yeah, so I said 4, which I was miles off. Mal said 6, and Sean said 9. So that means Sean was a point off, but that doesn't matter. So he'll get 3. Mal will get 1, and I get nothing here. So there's the points. And then 9 darters is same scoring. So there was a single 9 darter, which was done by Josh Rock. I'm pretty sure it was Belfast.
Yes.
Yes.
Night 4.
Done it in his did it in his home night.
Yeah, so even though Josh Rock had a bit of a stinker tournament wise, he still had that moment where he indeed got the 9 darter.
It was a very nice moment as well.
It
Yeah.
was.
From
Yeah. It does also continue the 9 daughter curse of he got a 9 daughter then lost again. Which I think is like, I swear that must be like the majority of Nine Darters now. Just
Yeah,
used to like
honestly,
lose a match.
they get too excited and they just they just don't care about the rest of the.
It's such a massive moment to then get yourself focused back in from.
Yeah.
For sure.
So with that, I said there'll be a single one. So I was correct, and then Mal said there'll be 2. So he gets a point, I get 5. So next is the highest average, which was annoying because I had to calculate this, and then I stopped calculating it. So today I had to just scan through it and hope I catch what I think's the highest, and I think I got it. Because it can't just be from a match because that's unfair. So they had to win at least one of their matches. So it had to be someone who was in the semis or the final. And what I got, because there was a couple that were around this, but what I got was Gerwin Price in night 9, which was Manchester. In the quarterfinal, he got 104.46. In semi-final, he got 112.91. And in the final, he got 105.84. So I worked that out to be 107.73 average, which was the highest. I don't think anyone had any higher. If so, I don't think it would have changed the amount of points we all got because no one got above that, or it wouldn't have been like massively above it. So I would have still got the majority of points. It's not within a percentile. It's not. So it's not. It wasn't like a 109 to like a. So it doesn't matter with 5 points, but I get 3 points, and because once again, Mal's put himself in the middle. He gets a single point.
Middle sandwich.
You're very good. You're very good at sitting on the fence here. There's a lot of ones. You are being the sandwich. Yes.
I am the filling.
You are the filling. All right, night winners, which was simple. Just if you're correct. I think. Oh yeah, 5 points are correct. A few points. The closest, if no one correct. 1 point second closest. There were 6.
Yes.
It was Littler,
Everybody
Clayton,
but one.
Humphreys, Price, Bunting, Gerwin.
Everybody
Gerwin,
other than
yeah.
Rock and Van Vane.
Basically. So that means I got it correct because I said 6. Everyone else had 5. So what I did is I just shared your points with each other. Okay. So 0.5.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yay.
so you got 0.5, whereas I got 5. Because I feel like it's fair if you're sharing it. Yeah. And then the last one before you get to bonuses was who would win most nights, which we all said Littler, and it was Littler. He won
Shocker.
6 of the nights. We're not surprised, are we?
No.
That was a pretty good guess.
He sure is good at the darts.
Sure is.
Yeah. I mean, putting a bonus out to say that Price and Bunting would have won one more nights than Luke Humphreys would have been a great shout, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Would have, compared to your actual one, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So points wise, that just means we all got 5 points because we all got it right. So we'll go to our bonuses. We'll start with the one who was wrong, which is Sean's bonus, which was Stephen Bunting won't win a night. Stephen Bunting won 2 nights.
He did win 2 nights. And do you know what? I'm happy to be proved wrong.
I don't believe it, but sure.
I do like Stephen Bunting as a player. I just know that I basically put that to wind you up. So it was great if it came true, but I would also be happy if Bunting won nights. So win-win.
Yeah. Talking about winding up, I just wanted to go on a slight tangent, which has nothing to do with the episode because it popped up on my phone. Francesco Ep63 just scored for Italy against Greece.
Incredible news.
I think
Hi, Chuck.
If you're
Hi,
watching.
Chuck. How are you?
Yeah, we need to let him know that. We did Sean. Okay. Someone wins with less than 88 average. That's a night. That's a match.
yes.
It
Um.
was just one individual match. He did
So,
make that clear.
Chris, how did you
Yeah.
get this right?
So what was this is a very weird one. In the first, I think in the first or second night that very nearly happened. The second
Yeah.
night with Van Buren beat Josh Rock with that 89 average. I thought, oh, that's annoying. That probably never happen again because that's the lowest it'll ever get. And then on night 16, Luke Litter, I guess, decided to try and throw the match against Josh Rock
Yep.
for some reason and still managed to win.
He sure did.
Yeah. So we've had,
I was
we've got a
watching
weird.
that game, just
Yeah.
questioning what on earth I was watching.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I guess I like how I don't think it made any difference to it because I think he would have faced Price anyway, even if he did lose. Or would he face Clayton if he lost? I can't remember. Or if because Clayton
No,
also lost, so
it would have potentially been Humphreys had Humphreys also. Like there could have been a way in which Littler played Humphreys in the semi
Okay.
rather than the final.
Yeah.
I don't think his game against Josh Rock had any relevance to that. Because Littler had already won the table,
It's
and
just checked
basically, Rock versus Littler was essentially was the biggest dead rubber on the night because
Yes.
Rock couldn't finish higher than 8th and Littler couldn't finish lower than 1st. So neither of them had nothing to play for.
Yeah.
That's a good point you just reminded me of. The entire last night was effectively a dead rubber outside of
yeah.
like determining who finishes third and fourth, I think.
And also depending on which position the three that ended on 18th and the 18
Sure.
points ended up on, like
Yeah.
there was positions to play for, but on the final night, nobody in the bottom 4 could qualify.
Yeah.
And
So-
like because all the top 4 had been decided already, it was just who plays who in what semi-final
Yeah.
and who finishes where for Pride.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's kind of a potential disadvantage of this format that you do have in like where there's less mattering at the end.
This is, I think, the first time in this format where it's been
Yeah.
just already all decided. Because there were just 4 players throughout it that were just far and away better than the rest of them.
Yeah. And this had what like there were 3 pretty close players in terms of results, so that kind of dragged them all down as such out of this box here. But yeah, I mean, thank you, Luke Littler, for for trying to throw the game and giving me some points.
So,
Maybe he watches and wanted to give me some points.
yes.
Who knows?
Thanks, Luke. So I didn't mention Sean's point spread was 6 up, 7 down. And
I
then
can't remember why I went for what. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna have to go back and watch as to how that came about, and why I agreed to that.
Because we thought it was really likely of Bunting not winning a night.
Wait,
Well, actually, sorry,
Yeah.
Mal said it. I was trying not to be biased. So I was like, okay, I'll go with it.
Yeah.
So we were like, it's kind of an obvious prediction. So we'll just we can't really reward you much more. And it's like even felt a bit unfair. So it was 6, 7, 8, 10. And you're like,
okay.
because I'm not gonna actually gain many points, I'll take the lower one to be slightly safer. So that's what happened. And that's why I took the lower offer because we gave you bad offers.
Yeah.
And then Mal's was 14 up,
Yes.
6 down. So you get 14 points because of Luke Littler.
Yes. I think I calculated before this had happened like once in like the last 10 years. So I was very much risking it, but it paid off. Once again,
It
thank
sure
you, Luke.
did. Talking about paying off, someone finishes with 8 or less points in the final standings.
Josh Rock, well done.
Josh Rock finished on 8 points. It's not the person I was expecting, but I'll take it. yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it was 8 up, 3 down, so I get 8 points, which is pretty good. So yeah, pretty chuffed for that. As I'll show you points now. So 8, 14, and -7. So try not to do any maths. Try to be surprised here. I'll show you part 1. Oh, okay, we're showing both at once apparently. Great. So in the second part, Sean got 9.5. I got 28. Sorry, Mal got 28.5, and I got 31 in the second part. It's not very suspenseful, is it?
Oh no! Congratulations, Eloise.
I won 6-7.
Of course you did.
I won an episode that wasn't filmed last August.
Do we cancel the fact that she's won because of the number of points she's ended up on? Now?
Yes,
I think that's the case. I think we had you the win on that one. What about?
No. I won. It's my podcast because I'm Z, and I won, and I won't accept anything else.
So basically, all I am finding out here is that you've got a host podcast to win, Mal.
Yes, I think it does seem that way. Although I did lose the last one I hosted, so.
You weren't supposed to tell me that.
So yeah, I came first, Mal came second, Sean finished third. Technically got last because our last places are fourths, and it's not a fourth, so it still counts as a bronze because there's 3 of us. So
yeah,
there's that.
I'm guaranteed a bronze medal.
Exactly.
It's just it's a participation medal.
Yeah, I mean, you very much were here, and you very much were last, but it was third. So yeah, it's completely fine. So yeah, thank you two for being here and doing this, and it indeed was a Premier League of darts.
It was a very easy. I say a very it was a very what you would think of a predictable outcome in the end.
Yeah,
It was the most likely thing that ended up happening. Humphreys versus Littler. But I tell you what, finals night as a watch was an incredible night of darts, because everybody got their money's worth because every single leg that was scheduled ended up being played.
Yes,
I mean that is true.
Every game went to a decider. So,
yes.
Yeah, but it was
and everyone got above 95 average overall, so yeah, very high quality.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was the semi-final lineup, to be honest. The Worlds at the end of the year, if going price turns up.
I am not certain on that one. I think there's a few people that haven't made the Premier League this year that could force their way into a World Championship semi-final.
Paul Lim.
How by Pua.
Man look lung.
Yeah.
Random player.
Tavis Dudley.
Bo Greaves.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that could feasibly happen.
Yeah. I do genuinely think Bo Greaves will upset. I mean, she's already won a couple of Players' Championship events. She's proven she can do it, so why not? I mean, Fallon Sherrick has beaten people on the Ali Pali stage, and Bo Greaves is a much better quality of dart player at the moment than Fallon Sherrick is.
Yep.
So why can't she go and do it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so our next darts episode is probably gonna be the Worlds, unless we want to chuck one in before then, but it will probably be the World Championships before December, so we'll see you then for that. But yeah, we'll end it here. Remember, be big mystics, not big mistakes. Bye.
Big mistakes.
You've done it now. You've gone and made a big mistake.